5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again. We're here taking a look at OG facing off against the final tribe. I'm Lyrical, joined as well by my main man, Mr. Lacoste, who's calling in from all the way on the other side of the world from me in Croatia. Even though I'm in the US and he's over there, we're still going to be hugging it out through the interwebs and just, you know, sort of loving on each other. How you doing, man?
I'm good. What a technology, huh? We can hear each other and you're on a different side of the world right now. TFT with the Nature's Prophet opener. Nature's Prophet secured them the laning stage. I feel like OG, I don't know. They need to not draft like that because it was not working. But they basically had no stuns, but we gotta give credit to TFT. They played well under the circumstances. They did not give Storm Spirit any room to shine.
Yeah. Well, the other thing that was kind of interesting about it, though, was that it was the last pick Meepo, you know? That
yeah,
I think is worth thinking about as well. Like, would that draft have looked better if it was a more traditional mid coming out from the final tribe? Because it definitely feels like they caught OG off guard with that pick.
They did, for sure. You mentioned it, that Jesse was practicing Meepo, and we finally saw it, so it looked good. There's some room for improvements, some micromanagement skills, but overall, they managed to beat OG, and one more game. That's all they need.
That's all they need.
For today. You're not thinking about tomorrow, you're just focused on this game right now. So OG opened up with Ember Spirit, Earthshaker. Ember Spirit has been their go-to hero for quite some time, both Ember Spirit and Monkey King. I'm glad that they are not picking Enchantress anymore, because from what I saw, it has not been working.
Yeah, you know, I think that they basically gave that up after the minor, and realizing that's not what we should be doing right now. Enchantress even got buffed in the last patch, if I'm not mistaken, too. So more sort of tells along the lines that that hero was just not in a good place and maybe needs a little bit more love before it gets brought out. And again, for all you folks out there, we gotta take a step back. We gotta have a moment. Just take a deep breath. There's a lot of people in chat that get angry when OG do well. There's a lot of people in chat that get angry when they don't do well. Let's just enjoy some good Dota 2. No need to get salty at each other for whatever reason's going on. Just be cool. That's what I'm going to say.
No. It doesn't work that way, Gabe. If it worked that way, then we wouldn't have fans. The player base wouldn't be so high. And
that's fair.
You know, we need to argue about things. It's in our blood. It's in our DNA. That's why we're human.
That's a fair stance. I actually think that that's pretty fair. The thing that I would say is be respectful. All right, I'm done. I'm just gonna get roasted, I'm sure.
Shut the fuck. Just kidding.
You're saying sexy AF, right? That's what you're talking about there. Yeah, definitely. So the Spectre banned out now, as well as the Viper. They take the Lone Druid in the first phase. Nature's Prophet Lone Druid. Man, what an opening from TFT. Swedish Life is well and truly back now, and we've got some Swedish Dota coming up.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I'm surprised with the Lone Druid, this early pickup. They are giving them a room to actually counter the hero. Alright, they are getting serious in this game. Lineup already looking better than what they had in game number 1. Spectre is banned out. Lifestealer. So TB is the hero that can carry the games. We've seen it for a few years back. Still a reliable carry, no matter how much you nerf him.
It feels kind of strange though, doesn't it? Like Ember TB, just player hero combos, right? Like who's is it going to be a Topson Ember then? Are we going to have Ana TB? Because I don't feel like I've ever seen Topson play Terrorblade.
Who knows? I mean, he plays Ember Spirit, so it's probably going to be his hero. Yeah. And we're back to Baden.
We know who's playing that.
And we know what he's going to do.
He's just going to run in and kill himself over and over again in the laning stage.
I think he's overdoing it, to be honest. He's spamming it a bit too much, I think.
But I'm not sure what
the whole concept is good, but the first one, when you TP after you die first time, he needs to be careful because he does not have a lot of region left to work with. In the last game, he had 1 Tango. He used the 3 miscoils. After that, he was half HP, and he doesn't do anything.
Okay, that's understandable, because I mean otherwise you might as well just play like a Warlock or something, right? Where you can just heal somebody and then like stay alive and get some levels. I guess that you run out of things otherwise. I don't know. I can see where you're coming from. Like it felt like he died just over and over and over again, and then regardless of that, Ana still ended up not having a great time in the laning stage.
Exactly. If you just want to secure the lane, there are better position 5 heroes who actually like trade better. You mentioned Warlock, which has heal, also trades better, gives so much more team fight potential.
Yeah. You know, the other thing that I talked about this earlier in the day, but it's the old school combo that we saw previously, which was Abba and Ember. This is what they played in the TI qualifiers when they were playing through the opens, and then once they got into the closed qualifiers playing against Wind and Rain, I think that it was in game 1 and 2 of that best of 5, they ran this combination. And the way that it works with like Flame Guard and Aphotic Shield is that Aphotic Shield blocks all of the physical damage that comes in, and I think I can't remember if it blocks the magical or not, but basically the whole way that it interacts together is that your Flame Guard stays on for longer and you take no damage the entire time, pretty much. That the Flame Guard blocks it before the Aphotic Shield takes the damage, so any magical damage doesn't reduce your your Aphotic Shield, so you just basically don't take any damage as Ember.
Sick, bro. That's a sick analysis. We'll have to see how it works. right now. Maybe something got changed. I'm not sure. To be honest,
that's a good point.
Remaining.
Yeah.
It could have been changed, and then all of that was for nothing.
5 seconds remaining.
It's a possibility.
Oh,
But-
Sven.
Huh. How good is that against Terrorblade nowadays?
It's not that great. The hero's gonna fall off once you get the Eye of Scotty on TB. The hero just feels completely useless. So with the lineup that they have, Lone Druid, Nature's Prophet, Sven, it feels like they wanna play this game fast, play around the Lone Druid item timings, and try to close the game. Because if it's gonna be Sven as a core, I'm not a big fan of that. Sven was played as 4-5 and 3 VC. The only basically role that he didn't play was mid.
Hmm.
They can still swap things around, have Nature's Prophet being played as a 3, and have Sven 4/5, even though I think it doesn't fit the role anymore.
Yeah. I mean, Warcry is good, but it might not be good enough to sort of make up for it. And the Nature's Prophet in that core role feels like it's
OGs.
just
Might
so
be Necro.
flimsy.
Alright, OD. I just thought of a Necro because that's the way Vici Gaming drafts and bans when they want to go for Necrolite. They also love to run it against TB, and I remember Ori just destroying some Ember Spirits.
I like Necro more than OD. I mean, that sounds
OD is
really good.
OD is good because you have you have a save, you have
5 seconds remaining.
great tool against Abaddon, against the TB as well. It doesn't work on illusions anymore, extra damage, but still you can easily blow him up.
Didn't they change the... I remember seeing one game OD, I felt like, in the main event where like it was mid one playing it, I think, and he went Ags on OD and had like the double Astrals too.
Now
That's
select
pretty
your
nifty.
heroes.
But it's going to be a Batrider last pick for OG. And it is going to be an Ana Terrorblade, Ember Spirit played by Thompson. And, well, TFT, I would say that Lone Druid is their comfort zone. It's in their wheelhouse. Frost plays a mean one. But I'm not sure. I feel like I like the OG draft a little bit more. Batrider finding that key target at the start. I feel like we've been seeing a lot of Batriders winning.
I think they just needed some gap closer besides Ember Spirit, Earthshaker. They want to grab this Lone Druid ideally, but against Astral it might not be that effective. So
That's a good point.
primarily target should be OD because that's their save.
Yeah. And then outside of him, the only other way that you can try and save is maybe Sven, like getting off a Warcry, which keeps alive the OD against the Terrorblade or something. Needing to get into like a Crimson Guard or something too. I don't know. It's going to be tough. But it is the team fight going well predicated upon Seb being able to find OD with that lasso.
The good thing is OG has way better draft in what they had in game number 1.
That is for damn sure. Jesus.
Oof.
Yeah. Do you like it though?
Do I
See if
like it?
Yeah.
I'm not convinced about this Lone Druid pick.
Okay.
I'm wondering what kind of a build he's gonna go for. He's gonna go for the range or the Radiance build.
Prepare for battle.
I think they
Right.
tend to like to play around the Radiance build with the Lone Druid.
Yeah, I think so too. Radiance, it's great, but yeah, it's actually fine. The missed chance against these cores inside of OG, 2 heroes who love to get a Blink Dagger, can easily scout him out with the bear. I'm just a big fan of OD. Remember when OD was like super overpowered, everyone was picking it, then they nerfed him a little bit, everyone stopped picking him. And then again, suddenly he's a top tier pick.
Was that did OD Arcane Orb used to work on Roche? Am I remembering that right?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember either. I don't think
Man, there has been so many changes in Dota over the past 15 years, so at one point it probably worked on Roche.
Yeah. And I'm trying to remember what it was that made OD OP for a little while there. Like, why it was that people were picking it all the time. I guess it was because it was played with Omni. That was the big thing. They had, back when Omni actually had Repel.
Oh, yeah.
God, OD Omni. Ugh. Ugh.
The battle
What I have to say. Ian Skin doing his best no-tail impression here, playing on the Prophet. 4 branches and a Blightstone. No clarities, though. And it does look like it's going to end up being on a plane together with his buddy No-Tail as they swap up the lanes and try and dodge away, but it's going to be against the Bearman.
Look at this build, Blightstone on TB.
Whoa. What?
No-Tail just harassing the bear with Mist Coil.
So, but why? What do you think? Oh God, Seb. Oh no, Seb. Oh God, Seb, get out of there, buddy. You don't want to be here. Oh, Jarek saving the day and now punching away. Oh no, he's getting body blocked by his buddy's trees. What's happening? They almost find that kill, but it's not quite going to be there, living on 10 HP.
They needed one more hit. Do they have a flask? They don't. Just a couple of tangos. I'm not sure why the Blightstone on the TB. They're gonna kill the bear though.
I guess the bear will sometimes take a lot of harassment. Oh, get that. Get it with the Mist Coil. Do it one time. Make... Oh, the resummon. And then the deny. Easy for No-Tail. Gets out of there.
I'm not sure that's actually working. He used Mist Coil like 5 times on a bear.
Yeah.
He could have either healed the TB or just harass the hero instead.
Right. Well, he's back and Mist Coiling away. Does not have any regen though.
Yeah, even though he just resummoned the bear, if bear drops low, he can give him a TP scroll, TP back, return him.
Yeah. And they're paying it. They want to get this damage onto the bear. But it looks like Frost is getting ready to either A, keep it alive, or B, do those shenanigans like you're talking about. But yeah. Getting the harassment out there. It's a lot of damage. 120. Ain't nothing to scoff at. Down bottom, Selena's sort of evened out a little bit more now. Jarex is making sure Seb doesn't get brought down. Still no first blood yet.
Sven uses the stun on the bottom lane, doesn't even get the CS. Man, that feels bad.
That's a lot of mana to use that early. I guess he's got the 3 mangoes though, and also stick charges galore. But yeah. Oh, bear. Frost.
Is that the equivalent of oh dear?
Oh, bear. Yeah, exactly. You got it. Cost, you always know what's up. Oh no, Tail. I know what he's gonna do. Bye!
He's gone. Another deny. How's mid doing? 16-6 against 13-5.
Okay.
Thompson playing aggressive, but OD when equilibrium is up. Arcane Orb, he can harass a lot. He might even get a kill if he gets Boot of Speed, so he can chase him down.
Uh-oh. Now the chase forward for the Sven. He's getting blocked in by that fissure, but they don't have the speed to catch up to him. And with that, they're just going to have to back out afterwards. Pop in another little mango there. Seb taking a lot of harassment from Hera. TFT are doing a really good job so far, it feels like. It's keeping it even in spite of the pressure that's coming out of these lanes. And in fact, Seb almost goes down there, but Jarek's again going to save his buddy.
Dire's bottom tower.
Gets him out of harm's way.
I wish Sven had another point in Stormhammer just for some extra damage and extra stun. I don't think it would be enough on this one, but if he used it 2 times, it would be a secured kill on Batrider.
Well, it's true. Oh, no tail. Careful there, buddy. So yeah, it's been a really slow early game already. And OG getting pretty low. Seb's just going to jungle on his way back to the base, it feels like. Not all that much happening as of yet, but it feels like OG are the ones that are coming out a little bit ahead in terms of these lanes, mainly off the back of that Sven down bottom, who's kind of been hurting a little bit. But yeah, bounty runes.
I just hope he builds into these team fighting items instead of trying to go for damage, because they're not gonna lack damage. Lone Druid and OD is more than enough to get you into the super late game.
Okay. That stun is there. They take the 2 points in it, but doesn't decide to press any further forward for Jerax. Stay back out of there again. And Ana just going to beat away at this bear, trying to bring it down. They have a resummon here. They want to use it. Mid lane.
That's going to be a first blood. Man, Thompson, he always overextends. Like, he loves to play so aggressive, and like he had the info that 2 supports on side of TFT were missing. So that's going to be a deep ward placed by Lion. They might even get him once again.
Oh my god. Oh, if he goes down right here, I actually... Oh, he can't afford to go down right there. Jesse, they spot him. They've got the Hex. They've got him caught. Thompson. Oh, no. We're getting TI flashbacks, but in the worst way. They are going to try and see if they can turn this back around. Maybe a full bait. Jesse able to get that Astral Imprisonment, trying to walk through there and get away, but he will eventually die as well. Yeah,
nice block by Jerax, but they're pushing a lot of damage onto this tower. Siege creep, they need to secure the last hit. He has a Blightstone. He should be able to get it.
Earthshaker Jerax able to take it instead. He didn't even have a chance to totem off. He just did it. And Hanskin trying to walk away. Get out of there, buddy. You don't want to be here anymore. No Tail walks aggressively into their face and wants to take down Era. Enchant Totem connects. Roche clap. Not enough.
Roche claps, procs the Aphotic Shield. Oof. They could have get the kill on Nature's Prophet as well, but Abaddon walked away, didn't know that. Oh, Root?
Root? Any more? I mean, the thing about that is, though, even... Oh, okay, yeah, they bring in Hanskin, but that's not enough. They pop the Shrine, and Frosted Spare is going to need to back away from this. Although they do use the Fissure... Ah, they got him. Wait, do they? Okay, no. He's on the other side. Jerax, a little unfortunate there. But even though they lose Thompson, I mean, getting the kill on OD on the return was pretty nice. It's something at least.
I talked about Sven's item build in this game. He has Mask of Madness queued up. I don't think that's the build for him. He needs to build into utility items for his team. You can basically build any item on Sven.
Yeah. Bottom lane. He's already popped his ultimate. Seb shows up for this one. Decides to stun and try and run. Pops the Warcry. Gets out of there. Air throws the Earth Spike. The Fissure is there as well, though. And now Lasso will be used. They take down that poor level 3 Lion. What would you like to see on him next?
On Lion, Boots of Speed.
No, on the Sven.
I feel like Crimson Guard is good. Pipe, Vlad, pretty much anything that can mitigate the damage for your team. Because these 2 are gonna carry you. There's no doubt about it. Lone Druid is having a good time. OD's on top of CS chart. You need to communicate about these things.
Right.
Like, I'm having a really good time. What am I buying?
Uh-oh. Jesse. Gotta be careful. Backing out. Good sprout from Hanskin gets them out of there. OG not able to connect. There's been a lot of pings trying to take down this bear, but they haven't quite been able to take it down. You can see that, you know, these heroes not having the best of times so far. They're a little bit below their counterparts on TFT after the last couple of minutes, and particularly taking that tier 1 tower in the mid lane. And
Seb
I guess
has a haste rune. They have a shrine to work with, but they see him. He's maxing out the stun. He's gonna snipe him.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, Seb loses his life. Frost takes down No Tail in the top lane. And pressure more and more onto this tier 1 tower
Radiant's
top.
top tower is under attack.
I don't know. This is feeling rather rough.
Is under
Yeah,
attack.
that's Hand of Midas for Lone Druid and 100 gold on top of phase boots, which means that he's gonna farm a lot and they're gonna secure at least 2 bounties.
Oh, Jerix. He gets it. Now the body block's coming out. He wants to get this kill and get the bounty rune. Jerix looking for it and spin. Jerix makes it happen. Handskin in some trouble. They find the fissure, get the kill. And OG back on the board. They did lose the top tier 1 tower, but a little bit going back their way by taking out those other runes. No Tail might need to deny himself here yet again.
Oh, what a play. He used the Mist Coil on a creep to actually get him to level 6.
Nice.
And Lone Druid instantly backs off. So 2 Midases.
Yeah, they're doing it. TFT have definitely been able to rally behind this Lone Druid and basically get everything that they've wanted so far. Frost now has a stick queued up. Apparently that's very important here. Seb, no Blink Dagger, but does have the Boots of Travel. And who are they going to go for? Another stun comes out. Got to be careful here. Thompson chasing, wanting to find somebody, and does a good bit of damage onto all these creeps as well. They pull themselves back. Handskin, and looks like this should be a pickup there. At least 1 kill. And TFT thinking about chasing further forward here. This is a little bit deadly. They do have the Finger of Death available. Everybody down bottom with the exception of the Terrorblade, and they're just going to fear him back.
Yeah, DB's
Dire's top tower is
putting
under
some
attack.
pressure on the top tower. Not enough. He can't play that aggressive, considering that they have a Nature's Prophet. Lion was missing off the map, and he's level 6, which means that Finger is online.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So they take down the tier 1 tower. A 3,000 gold lead now. TFT. You can see right now that OG just feels so much hampered inside their base. Like TFT are playing all inside their jungle now and have a really good ward down here too. They see Seb.
You can see how greedy Sven plays. Like with this kind of an item build, he thinks he's the carry, takes away the farm from Lone Druid. Lone Druid spending a lot of time walking around doing nothing. He also got the last hit on the tower, which I think it might backfire.
Yeah, I guess that he does still need to hit that timing, the Lone Druid, of getting into the Radiance. Otherwise, things could start to fall apart a little bit. Particularly if you're able to get some items up on Ember or Terrorblade. Terrorblade's basically been left alone, and he's kind of keeping on par the farm from the rest of them.
Yeah, but the 3 cores on side of TFT are in the top 4.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
Radiant are
Let's
scanning.
see. Frost's a little ways away. Everything kind of just sitting pretty for the moment. Looks like Prophet wants to go for drums. Midas on OD, saving it. Oh, no cooldown. Beautiful from Chessie.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They're playing against 2 Hand of Midases. Hand of Midas not as powerful as it was 2 patches ago, but still. You're gonna get the extra gold, and they had a really good timing on it. Both finished around 9-minute mark.
Yeah. Bottom lane. Jerax.
This is a huge kill if they can get it. Root.
This would be really nice. He's so close to his Blink Dagger too. And they want to go for it, but maybe an overextension as Seb able to find one, pulls him back in, and not able to get off that Finger of Death before he dies. Frost goes for the Savage Roar. Looks like the bear might need to be given up for dead here as No-Tail gets the extra hit on it. Has poof away in a second if they need to. But OD now in the area, and maybe they've gone a bit too far. No-Tail is going to get chased back by the bear. Pop the ulti, and then retreat. All this is all going on up top lane. Ana facing off against this Sven, who does have another stun in a second as well as ulti. But Ana was never really going to be in trouble.
They're fighting near the shrine. Abaddon already showing, even with Nature's Prophet TPing. Lion is the one who can burst him.
Hanskin didn't have the best division, I guess, but wanted to battle for those bounty runes. And now they find themselves Abba, who is going to get caught. Hexed. Finger of Death comes out, and they knew his ulti was on cooldown, so they get the kill.
I think both of them are happy with this outcome. Lion used Finger of Death. Ideally, it would be a better target for him at TB, but he got the extra charge on it, and Abaddon is gonna tank one for the team.
Yeah.
Which means that Terrorblade is kind of secure for the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, when Finger of Death isn't up, like, he really doesn't have to worry about that much as long as his positioning is good. Hanskin drops a ward up on the high ground here. There were some pings, but I don't think it was actually scouted out at the moment. And it again feels like we're sort of dropping back into that passive farming state of being, which I'm not sure who exactly it favors. Like, it's a 3,000 gold lead for TFT, and feels like they're going to hit a really strong timing around this Lone Druid Radiance, but after that, things get a little bit less clear. Seb?
Sven just blinked in, stunned TB instantly, 2 TPs from OD.
Oh, they found OD though.
Kill.
If they can get him. Chase trying to get him. Chessie still living through it, but the Echo Slam comes out. The Fissure as well to follow. Can they bring down Chessie in time? They're trying to keep himself alive. They don't have another Astro for the moment. The damage over time coming from that flame break, and they'll find the finish with the Mist Coil at the end. Seb still chasing for more with Jerix and Ana moving into position also, but it's a little bit too scary moving that far. And Sven just sticking around brazenly, not even worried about people being in the area, and Era is going to drop down here as well. They're chasing forward for the Sven, hoping to get that kill, but they're just going to settle for the tier 1 tower. And TFT putting themselves in a bad position. OG capitalize.
TFT is just choosing the bad fights. Because Sven is taking a lot of farm, this means that Lone Druid's Radiance is gonna get delayed. He has enough money to buy Sacred Relic, but they are fighting the fights when they don't need to. They could just easily stall it for the next 2 minutes until he gets that Radiance, and then try to group up and fight. I guess Jarek surprised them with that Blink Dagger.
Frost trying to buy a route here, and the rest of TFT converging in this area. Sven shows himself. They're gonna be able to not quite find anybody yet, and it's like TFT again chasing, but nobody's there. In the meantime, Jarek's just hanging out waiting for a creep wave. He's gonna cut the wave out when he gets a chance to. No tail found, gonna be body blocked, and they should be able to take that kill while simultaneously getting the tier 2 tower. But well, what was looking like it wasn't going to be good there ends up turning around for TFT. They don't get the kill on a no-tail, but they claim the prize here of the tier 2 tower. And Earthshaker looking for an Echo. He doesn't have it for another 40 seconds though. This would be the perfect opportunity, but instead Sven just jumps forward and finds him. Gonna be able to get Jarek. The Fissure comes out though, and now able to pull back in this Sven, finding themselves one, but the save coming from Chessie, hoping to keep that Sven alive. Don't know if it's gonna quite be enough. He walks forward, turns around, finds the kill onto Thompson. OG not on the same page.
Yeah, but OG is getting top tower. They're fighting a lot on the bottom lane. They lost the Ember Spirit, which means that TB is gonna kill the top tower. He didn't get the last hit, but doesn't matter.
Oh my god, the Echo Slam. They've got all of these creeps in the area, 4 seconds away. God, if this was the moment, it would have been huge, but they're forced to blink away by Jarek, so trying to buy a little bit of time. Good play by the Sven there to force it back in the Echo Slam. Walking, he wanted it really badly, but doesn't quite get the angle. And now Chessie instead is just going to come and clean up Jerax.
Nicely done by Chessie. Double save into a kill.
Man. And that was one of those moments too where if you're just a little bit off the mark, don't have that vision down from this wards, you probably end up losing a couple to a big Echo Slam. And still the Radiance.
Have the Radiance, yeah, I was just about to say it. And Sven, I assume he's gonna disassemble this Mask of Madness and get the Echo Saber, and then maybe build into Vlad's, even though building auras against DB's reflection is not the smartest thing to do.
Right.
They have a good vision. They see all the rotations coming from the shrine. No-Tail's gonna take care of that right now.
Yeah.
Both shrines were warded.
The seeds
Really good vision there, but obviously one of them gets taken away. Handskin hitting himself a little bit there, and doesn't manage to pick up both of the bounty runes though. And OG still feeling like they need to make something happen at this point. They've taken down both of the towers along the top lane. 2,000 gold lead is all that separates these two teams right now. But it does start to feel like both teams really coming online. Jarek with his Blink Dagger, and the Lone Druid with his Radiance. Ana walks forward. They pull back in this OD. He got the Warcry, but it's not enough to keep him alive, so they take down Chessie, and now seeing if they can find themselves a little more. They pull back in one, possibly here, able to get the chains onto two, beating into Seb. Nobody else there to help him out though, so Seb looking like he's gonna get bottled up though, and they take him down. Ana's there to be able to find the kill, and now chasing forward, they get the Echo Slam kill onto the Lone Druid. Triple kill for Ana. They save Seb at the last second.
Nicely done by OG. I thought during the draft which target they need to go on with this Batrider, and OD has a bullseye on his chest, or whatever you want to call it. Instantly blinks in after the TP because he has the double save with the Astral and the Force Staff.
Man.
You can't afford to die on this hero. He can't die first. Also, did the Lone Druid finish the Radiance? I guess he did.
Yeah.
It's not very effective.
At the start of the last fight, but I mean, this is what they've been waiting for this whole time on OG, is getting Terrorblade farmed. Has the health talents, got Iascati with the Manta. And where did TFT go from here? I don't know.
Is that a legit question?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
It doesn't look that good for them anymore, because they had this window where they should have played aggressive, try to play either Earthshaker Blink Dagger or try to grab a kill on TB. Now they're in a really bad spot. They still have the Radiance, but it feels like if this game goes super late.
Dire are scanning.
I talked about their cores scaling on side of TFT, but you're still fighting into a super massive DB.
Oh my god. I mean, they saw this smoke. This was never going to work. OG literally hit a sleight of fist on TFT as they were smoking and trying to run this direction. Well, the TFT are going to have to back out now and deal with the split push that was coming from the TB Illusions. Show Handskin on the lane if they want to now. OG can decide to smoke up. Roche is still available as well, if anybody wants to go for that, but they're going to go for the D ward first. There's that smoke that we thought was coming, and moving out, see if they can find him high ground. Oh, Seb runs in, finds Era, pulls him back, and TFT immediately run away. They know they can't take this fight. Into Roche.
Nope. Just kidding.
Okay. Usually they follow Ana. He's the one that decides where they want to go, but in the meantime, they find themselves the bear.
Oh,
Fissure?
Jarex, he was hesitating.
Yeah. And the jump away. The poof back. Doesn't look like they're going to get it. Pops in. He's going in for this one. They get the chains and they get the kill.
He had to resummon, but that means 2 minutes without the bear. They might want to outpush the bottom lane because Nature's Prophet is pushing, so then someone needs to deal with it. OG is really not in a rush right now.
Radiant are scanning.
They have good ways to deal with the split push. Batrider has boots of travel, has a TP, so he can be at two sides of the map at the same time. Also, he threatens the kill on Nature's Prophet, which means that Nature's Prophet in this game is not playing that aggressive.
Yeah, it's a very different style. Just the way that he's been able to move around the map because of the threats that OG have. Speaking of which, Jarex is here with the Echo Slam. If they're able to recognize where TFT are, this could be very significant. And jump up on the high ground. The jump forward, Jarex able to react in time. Throws out the Fisher, is going to control the Lion. In the meantime, can they find anything else? Thompson has to jump back, but it's the Sven completely isolated, alone, away from the rest of his team. They kill off Jarex, but it comes at the cost of the OD also going down. And now Thompson looking for his opening. They found Hanskin, no tail on top of him as well, and Ana just going to walk forward and try and kill off this Nature's Prophet. Chains connects onto the Lion for dead. And OG getting everything they want.
Quick reaction from Jarex there. He blinked on the high ground. He saw the Lion, used the Echo Slam. There was no follow-up, and Lion uses a finger after just to secure the kill. I don't think that's the target after he popped the Echo Slam, so no point in using it on him. They need to get a bigger kill. The problem is this TB is getting out of control. Now he's gonna get that butterfly, and they don't have ways to deal with that evasion.
No. Well, and this timing that you would normally try and hit with the Lone Druid is just so fully past at this stage, where you're knocking on a tier 3 tower with Radiance and a bunch of heroes sitting behind him. They just can't do that anymore. It feels like they need to push for a later time.
Because this Sven was taking so much farm on the map, stealing away gold from Lone Druid, and he's not gonna scale, especially with the build that TB is going for.
Yeah.
Like, you don't not want to buy a BKB early on this hero, and Eye of Scotty just cripples these heroes that try to go into, especially the melee ones. Even though he has a Warcry for extra move speed, it just does not work that well.
Yeah.
Too much kite potential.
Oh, No Tail realizing this is problematic, and they're looking for this opening. Stun catches on Thompson. This guy has a lot of armor. The fear, they want to take him down with the OD. Is it going to be enough? Thompson jumps out, not out of there in time. They get the much needed kill. What else can they find here? They bring down Hanskin with Ana, and meanwhile No Tail also drops, but they've got bigger fish to fry here. Seb and Ana need to get back because tier 2 tower is going to drop. They're buying back on the Nature's Prophet. All 5 are here. Oh, stun. They find one, but Jarex shows up, able to turn it back around and take down 2 more. Ana and Jarex make the play. Even without Metamorphosis, they are doing it. And meanwhile, they use the Sunder, chasing forward, seeing what else they can find. The fear to interrupt the enchant totem that was going to come from Jarex. He will have another fissure, though, in a second as Jesse tries to take him down. But they connect with the fissure, connect with the enchant totem aftershock Brock, and Jesse eventually hits the deck.
Yeah, this is not looking good for TFT. They're gonna run into Roche Pit, secure it. No way TFT can contest it, especially because they're dead, which makes a lot of sense. And yeah, they missed the timing. They missed the timings on the items, which set them back a lot.
Yeah, that's just what you were talking about there. Not being able to get the farm that they needed on that Lone Druid, with Sven just continuing to beat away. And well, Seb could use the lasso here on the bear if he wants to, or could just run away and see if he gets rooted or not. Does have a haster in still. Got him caught. Fear pulls him back in. Didn't want to pop that haste and then get feared all the way back to base. They are going to be forced to use the lasso. That's the resummon used.
Yep, without the bear. I thought he's gonna use haste, maybe even blink aggressively on the high ground, try to get a pick off with it instead.
Yeah. Thompson trying to get out of there. Meanwhile, Hanskin just gonna be pummeled. I guess out.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Thompson shows up again, finds himself a bear. Stun is out of mana. Photic shield though, and the runaway.
They still have a tier 2 tower on the bottom, and I killed the tier 1 tower 30 minutes in on the bottom lane. He's going all in. They even gave Aegis to Thompson because it feels like this hero can't die. They're even forcing him aggressively.
He's stunned and they're just like, take his body. He doesn't have an Aegis, I don't care. And, well, it is Butterfly, Scotty, every damn thing. Panic wards dropped all over the place. And what can TFT do at this point?
They can start thinking about what they're gonna pick in game number 3 and how they're gonna approach it.
Well, they found the one save hero, the OD down on the low ground, and Chessie going to get forced after the high ground, tries to live, is going to be able to for the moment. Thompson has another round of this in a second, but the Hex comes out. Chessie needs to turn to try and fight, but if he does, he's going to end up dying nonetheless. The Echo Slam comes through, connects onto 3, and, well, they do lose Thompson, but as you said, he had the Aegis available, and now Ana up on the high ground. It's going to take down the Sven with one punch, and then turn now over onto the lone Druid, which does mean that there won't be any more bears left alive here either. The save comes out from the OD, but only for a second, as he eventually too will fall. The fissure connects onto 3. Sunder keeping Ana alive, but more importantly, killing off everybody. And as the laughs start to get told out, this is looking like it's good game, well played. We're going to game number 3.
Yeah. OD didn't hit a single target in the previous fight, and they are relying on him to actually deal the damage with the sanity. I think I've said it a couple of times already. They missed the timings on their items. That Radiance was delayed